Coaches, I just need your name. Players, I need your name, year, and what position you play as well. And then we'll leave the floor up for questions. Cool. All right, go ahead. You guys can start whenever you're ready.
Coach Woody.
Coach Smith.
Carter Smith.
Caden Love, defensive end.
Grady Dollins, wide receiver and safety.
I play wide receiver and linebacker.
And I will leave NBL reporter Sam Nolan to start with questions, and we're going to go from there.
Alright, so you guys retained most of your roster from last season. How much will that type of continuity, help the success of this program and help you guys bounce back from last year?
I think we've had a good offseason, returning a lot of guys, these three sitting up here. Seeing a lot of these guys step into leadership roles, this offseason and bouncing back from, wouldn't say last year was unsuccessful, but not up to our standards. So, we're looking forward to getting the season started next week and, see what the potential of this group is.
Yeah, and like you just said with the standard before, you guys had 8, 9, 10 wins in the years prior. And how do you guys see growth from where you were at this point last year?
There were some games last year where, if it comes down to, X's and O's or another team's just better than us, we can live with that if, our effort and, our execution is there. But there were some games last year we didn't feel that was the case. So, that's kind of a growth, part of our growth mindset this year is, if we're going to play a game, we want to, win and lose the game the right way, doing the stuff that we practice, our focus, our execution, and all of that. And, we've really seen that so far in off-season practice.
And then obviously this offense showed a lot of flashes last year. How do you guys think you can, create a more consistent product on a week-to-week basis and, really hone that in?
I think it starts with preparation, the intensity, execution, and practice. But, it starts with our up front, and, we return a lot of guys on the line this year up front, so we're excited about that. But, we also got a lot of playmakers on the outside, so getting creative with, who to get the ball in what situations and, just being consistent, not making, mental errors or anything like that, really just taking care of our job. We got 11 dudes doing that. We're excited about what the product's going to be.
For you three players sitting over there, what's it kind of been like to step into leadership roles like Coach just talked about a little bit ago?
It's just been I like being a team leader. Like last year, I feel like I didn't help that, and I feel like that's why that's how our season ended with 5-5. So I just felt like being more of a team leader would help us boost like what our standards are supposed to be, and I think we are on track to be the standards of what Weston football is.
Yeah, I think being a team leader actually helped us a lot. Like having that leadership mindset was a big key this year that helps. And last year we didn't really have that leadership, and I think I'm just looking forward to seeing what our leaders are, what we could be, and we could go up to our old standards of what we were.
Yeah, I agree with them. I know myself, I'm not that vocal around the team, but I feel like just helping the younger guys in practice and showing them your effort and attitude, it means more than just words speak themselves. So I mean, yeah, I feel like this year we have a lot more leadership, but yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think for you two coaches and, even one of the players, if you guys want to chime in, who's been kind of the guy that's really stepped up throughout the offseason and really made a huge jump this year and who we should be looking out for?
I'll say one, Emilio Castro. He hasn't really been the main guy, but he's just making that impact in practice, and you'll really show. I don't know what number he wears or whatnot, but I know he wears bright pink cleats, so
He's on the other side of me. So.
Yeah, he'll be the end, right? The end.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm really excited to see what he can do.
So this is only my second year at West, but Caden Love sitting right there in the middle, he's made strides from where he was. I've heard stories from the other coaches. They would never expect him to be where he is, but he's taken that step to be the guy. He's going to play both sides on the ball for us, and he's made strides to be where he is today. He's very coachable, and mentally he's working on getting to where he needs to be.
I also got one more person. I feel like Jake Welch, our quarterback, has stepped up like tremendously this offseason. Obviously, with Noah Morrison getting injured, I feel like he's even matured like over the last couple weeks, like knowing the season's coming up. But yeah,
I got one. I actually got two players. So I think Dante Tyson and Malachi Davis. The two running backs, they've stepped up in a big role for us this year, and I think I'm actually excited for what Dante has more to prove, and Malachi, for him being a sophomore, he's stepped up a lot.
For both of you coaches, I mean, listening to all three of your players, be able to like list off guys that have made big jumps. What does that mean to you? And when you look at guys like that are willing to, vouch for their teammates and, lead in a way that's so vocal like that, what does that mean to you coaches?
I think thing that comes to my mind first is we got a locker room full of dudes that understand that it's not just them. This is bigger than themselves, and they're kind of buying into that. And starting to see them lean on each other a lot more, maybe more than we did or had last year. So these guys really have a love for the game, and it's starting to show. And having 60-plus guys this year, this is probably the most kids on the football team West has ever had. So starting to see that spread, that culture throughout the school and the communities, and it starts with these guys right here.
Pretty much same. I think it just shows what a great culture West has. I mean, I came from a place where culture is on a downhill, and coming to West Muskingum, that people mean business here, and they're going to support the school and support the program.
So obviously, the big team to beat in the Salt Bowl right now is New Lex. Going into this offseason, what has really been your guys' point of emphasis to get you over that hump and win an NBL small title?
I think Coach Brownrigg's done a good job of, kind of preaching that, our effort, attitude, focus has to be there, from practice all the way every game. And, we're not going to look at one opponent, but, obviously New Lex returning a lot of their guys from last year. They're a really good football program, and Coach Board does a good job over there. But really just focus on us, our focus, our execution, and, how we prepare Monday through Thursday. It's going to, result in a good product on Friday night. So, taking it one day at a time.
Yeah. Coach B has implemented being physically tough, and like Coach Smith just said, focusing on us. We're not focusing on the noise outside of what we're doing. So
I feel like also we just have to trust like all the work we put in, trust our coaches, our game plan, execution, and I think that'll help us a lot. Like coming not just New Lex, but like all the other like NBL small school games.
I feel like we wanted more this year, so I could tell in the in practices and stuff, like it's a different environment, and I feel like we just, like what Grady said, we gotta just trust everything that the coaches say and like how our players just like help throughout the week, and
Yeah, I agree with everything they said. Just taking it one step at a time. Like we got tough opponent week 2, Fort Fry, and I think our schedule is actually pretty tough compared to like a bunch of other people. But I just think we got to take it one step at a time. Like can't look ahead week 2. We got week 1 ahead. We're not going straight to week 2, week 5, week whatever. And we just want to, like last year, miss the playoffs. Just kind of sucked. Like after week 10, like you're done. But we just got to try to stay together as a team and play more than 10 games in the season.
So kind of went back to your guys' freshman year, back with the days of Rashid's saying.
Yeah.
And when that guy was tearing it up
Yep.
in the NBL. Seeing him, seeing your freshman year, you guys were top of the NBL small, one of the teams that all of Southeast Ohio feared, and then going from that your freshman year to your junior year, not making the playoffs. What has motivated you to kind of want to get back to where you guys were when you stepped into the program? And what advice have you gotten for maybe guys like Rashid or guys outside of the program that were part of that?
I try to I've always wanted to talk to Rashid. See, like I always try to ask him hey, what can I do to be like you? Like what did you do to boost this team and do what you just did? Like I've always wanted to try to be like Rashid. Like I always try to see what he's done. Like I always look back and watch the old videos of our old games and see wow, he was like really good. Like I can't, and him being, I don't know what he was, like second. You say second in Ohio?
Yeah, he was a
Like
finalist.
is like I don't know. Like he's insane. But Grady like knows a lot about him because his sister is married to him. So
There you go.
Kind of say up for that one.
I don't know if we would end it like that, but we might have to. Anything else, guys? We good?
All right, I'll go.
That's
So,
all we have
no, we're
time
good.
for.